Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what I take in my makeup bag. I call it my makeup weekend bag. These are staples that are always in my makeup bag, and most of the time when I go on like 3-day trips or weekend trips or whatever, just to visit family or friends where I'm not really doing that much and I don't really need the most. So these are things that I keep in my makeup bag. For starters, this is what my makeup bag looks like. I literally shove most of these things in here, but it is a good size. It's just like a Victoria's Secret beauty one. Like, I got this like a long time ago, like when Victoria's Secret actually was like selling makeup a long time ago. Like, I got this a long time ago, and it's held up. It's been at least, had to be at least like 5 years. I don't know, but yeah, it's held up. Right now there's nothing in it because I took out my stuff and put it to the side so I can try to go in some type of an order with sharing my products. So all that's left in here is like a hair tie and then, you know, a couple of these little clips. I usually keep extra in there just because sometimes I always, that don't even make sense. Occasionally I forget my hair ties or something like that. Usually I always wear one on my wrist, and so when I'm packing, sometimes I forget to pack one because usually I always have on my wrist. But I always keep one in there, and I always keep clips in there too, just depending on how my hair is, to keep my hair out my face. So like I said, I'm gonna try to go in semi order, whatever. So I'm gonna start with my face products first. As far as primers and stuff like that, I don't need anything fancy if I'm not really doing anything. So I have my Maybelline Baby Skin, and then I also have this MAC Strobe Cream, which is like a sample that I got when I ordered something online. And when I say I'm so happy that MAC get these little samples now, because they come in handy. Like, I have like a whole drawer of samples, and so when I don't want to take full-size products, it's easier to just throw these in the bag. Like, I need stuff that can fit in this makeup bag. And then you will also see a reoccurring theme as far as stuff that are like my staples that I keep in a bag. Mostly Maybelline or e.l.f. products, just because they're inexpensive, they're good products, and because if I lose something, I'm not that pressed that I lost it because it's just a drugstore item. And then plus two, if I ever forget or leave something out of the bag, it's something I can easily replace by just going to the store and repurchasing it if need be. But moving on, as far as my foundation, I used the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I have been literally using this for forever. There is actually an older YouTube video that I did doing my everyday makeup routine. As far as that video was a long time ago. I'll probably link that too so you guys can go and check that out. But basically I've been using this for forever. And then as far as like my contour highlight situation, you know, I have these Maybelline concealers that come in a thing like this, and I also bought this Maybelline Super Stay multi-purpose foundation stick. I mostly bought this because usually I have this in my makeup bag, and it's the Hourglass foundation stick, and this is in sand. I actually got this compliments of Influencer, a program that I'm a part of that send me like full-size testers. You know, like when they ask you to pick like your foundation color. First of all, I suck at picking foundation color in general, like in person, like at the store. So it's even harder trying to pick a foundation color online that they send to you. But this actually ended up being too light for my skin. But I use it like under my eye area. Like, you guys can see like it's popping. Like, you see like it's good. So I also bought this Maybelline one to try to cut back on me taking this one. I just recently bought a new one too. This lasted for forever. I think I didn't have this for about, I don't even know how long. But it's lasted me. So I kind of got this to kind of replace this one, but I still have both of them in the bag. As far as this Maybelline one, it's okay. But I think I might go a shade lighter. Just like that. These other two, I have two colors that I mixed together to achieve the look that I'm going for. But yeah, and then as far as my contour and stuff, I have this e.l.f. foundation stick. I believe they do not make these anymore. I actually bought this a little while back when e.l.f. was having a sale, and I bought like a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, I really like the stick foundation stuff. So this color is in coffee, but you know, I use it to carve out everything. It works wonders. It blends out great. So, and it's inexpensive. So if I forget it, like I said, no worries. It was, I think I actually got this for like $1 because it was on sale. Like I got it for $1. And then I also have this e.l.f. powder. It's the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. It's in medium dark. Once I do, you know, the cream foundation, I usually go over it with, I broke it. I usually go over it with this powder. Sometimes if I feel a little pale or whatever, I'll go over it with this NYX No Filter Finishing Powder. This is in Deep Golden. It comes off red on me, so sometimes if I feel pale, or if I already have a tan, and let's say I'm just going for a more like a natural look, and I don't wear foundation, I might just try to warm up my face a little bit more with this and try to rock it that way. But I have these two powders I usually use. And then I also have this lighter powder. This is the e.l.f. 2, the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in light medium. This one I usually use, like, once again, like if I'm not going all out for my look, like if I don't do the whole under the eye concealer thing, I might just, you know, dab a little of this under my eye just to kind of brighten things up on my face. And then as far as my eyebrows, I just got this one through Influenster too. This is the Kat Von D 24 Hours Super Brow Longwear Pomade. This is what I have been using as of late. This is in the color Walnuts. I also have a video on this too. I believe, like, I really like this. Like, this is thebomb.com. Before this, I usually I have the e.l.f. brow pomade / liner stuff. I usually have that. It comes in like a little pot like this too that you just throw in the bag. And then, like I said, sometimes when I'm not trying to be fancy at all, like trying to just do the bare minimum, just, you know, to where I can look decent and not washed out. I also use the e.l.f. brow pencil. This is in natural brown, but it has the dual ends. The one end has the spoolie on it, and the other end has the pencil. So when I'm doing the bare minimum, anyway, when I'm trying to do the least, I'll just use this pencil, and then I also, you know, use the pencil anyway to help carve out my eye. And then I usually go in with the Kat Von D just because it makes it easier to not mess up. Because sometimes, like, I get heavy-handed, and then, like, this is easier to, like, kind of erase off of my face than doing my brows with this and messing up and then having to do, like, the whole thing. And then, too, also, this is another product I use. This is one of the e.l.f. mascaras. But this has, like, a very tiny, like, wand situation. I believe it's meant to, like, try to get, like, a more defining look or whatever it is. I need to wipe this off. To try to get a more defining look, to actually grab the hairs. But I actually use this on my eyebrows to define my eyebrow hair to make my eyebrows look even more popping. I might use this in conjunction with the Kat Von D or just by itself with the pencil, just to try to be more defined. And then next, as far as my lashes, it's just like a 3-day weekend type of situation. Like, I don't try to do most, so I don't wear lashes. But I do have my MAC in Extreme Dimension 3D Backlash. Once again, this is a sample that I got when I bought an item from there. I cannot stress how much these samples are a lifesaver. So this is easy and compact and can fit in my bag. But then also one of my absolute favorites are the Maybelline mascaras that come in the green and pink. This one is my all-time favorite. This is the Lots of Lashes. I haven't even seen this lately because I've been looking for another one, but I haven't been seeing it. But basically, I love this brush because it makes my eyelashes pop without no lashes. Like, when I say pop, like, it makes my eyelashes pop. And I want to say that I have very short lashes, but I don't have the longest lashes either. I had kind of like an in-between. So I don't really need, I don't care for like the ones that have the fibers in them and stuff like that, because I feel like those just end up looking cakey. But anyway, I love this brush because it kind of looks like a tree. I call it the Christmas tree brush. But I definitely love this brush. And this is the type of brush that, like, when this is long gone, you sit and wash this one and use it in another tube. But that is that as far as the lashes. As far as highlight or eyeshadow or something like that, I don't really carry much as far as that. All I have in here is this e.l.f. I think this is like, it's supposed to be an eyeshadow, but I kind of use it as a highlighter. Just a light highlight, just something, to make my face pop out a little bit. Like I said, this is just everyday stuff. I'm not trying to be shining bright like a diamond for everybody all the time. But yeah. And then sometimes, like, since it is, I believe it's an eyeshadow. One of those baked e.l.f. eyeshadows, but it don't say it on here. Just have the color and it's in Pixie. But I might just use my finger to, swipe a couple of times on my eyelid just to add some color or whatever to my face. And then as far as lips go, I just have the basics, like literally the basics. I have my Fenty Beauty gloss. I have, like 3 matte glosses, and one is the travel size one. So I got Saint Germain, Snob, and Nymphet. And then, of course, this is the Fenty Glow. And then have brown lip pencils. This is Jordania, I believe. I think I got these at CVS. They're on sale. And I actually like these because these are the retractable pencils. And then one, it says for lips, and the other one says for eyes. But a pencil is a pencil. You can use it wherever you pencil. Like, it doesn't matter. So I basically just use the classic stuff. Brown lip liner with a pink or a nudish type gloss. You can never go wrong with that. It's always, you get a natural look every single time. Nothing too over the top. Nothing that is too basic either. So it always works for me. And then, of course, I can always just use the Fenty gloss just by itself and be just as popping as using it with the liner. And then as far as my tools that I have my tweezers for them eyebrows and some of them chain hairs that pop up out of nowhere. And then as far as my sponges, I usually apply my foundation with my fingers because I feel like I can get it to absorb my skin better that way. It's just a preference for me. I know some people don't like to do that, but everybody has their own system. As far as my sponges, I use the Real Techniques. I have the little micro sponge, and then Also, this little double-ended sponge thing that help blend out my contours and stuff like that. And then as far as brushes, I have the Kat Von D number 70 brush to do my eyebrows with. As far as the powders for my contour and all that stuff, I use this brush because I feel like it covers the area that I need, and it's short and you can just throw it in here. This is the e.l.f. blending brush. Then I have the Real Techniques setting brush. Sometimes I might use this for the powder underneath my eye, and then other times I might use this to use the little e.l.f. highlight stuff to do my highlight if I feel like doing it. And then I have the e.l.f. Flawless Face brush. And then this I kind of just use, like, I don't put any product on, I kind of just use to like diffuse and, you know, blend out my whole face basically. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That is all I keep in my bag. These are my staples. They always stay in the bag. And what I kind of prefer is I work out of this bag, so even if I'm at home, I don't take anything out of here. Like, I literally leave everything in here, just for the simple fact that I can fit all these items in here and it's easy to grab. I might basically, like, literally be shoving stuff in here to make it fit properly each time, but believe it or not, I can get it zipped up. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see a video on when I'm going on a trip and trying to be an extra, you want to see the makeup bag that I take with me, then just leave a comment below. And I will get you guys that video. Like, for my birthday, I was doing the most. But, you know, when it's your birthday, you do the most on your birthday. But if you guys want to see a video on how I pack my makeup when I'm actually going on a trip, like to go to a wedding or something like that, just let me know and I'll go ahead and get that video out to you guys. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, peace.